I'm Tim of Govberg, and welcome to the world of Glashutte. Today, I'll be your guide to the proper usage, care, and maintenance of your PanoMaticLunar. It's important to note that this automatic winding timepiece via caseback 3/4 rotor nevertheless can be manually wound by taking the crown in its first position flush to the case and turning it 20 to 30 turns in the clockwise direction. You'll note the second hand is advancing on the caseback, the balance is beating to and fro. Now you can set the time, set the date, set the phase of the moon, and wear the watch. It will continue to wind itself, but should you wish to manually wind it up to its maximum rated power reserve of 42 hours plus or minus 5%, simply continue turning the crown in the clockwise direction. The bridal style mainspring is designed to slip and relieve any excess tension, so you cannot accidentally overwind this watch. Simply listen for the subtle click or tick of the bridle slipping. Now you know the watch is fully energized. At this point, you can use 3 subsidiary functions to more precisely set the time, date, and moon phase. The first is known as stop seconds or hacking. When you pull the crown out 2 detents from flush, you'll see that the seconds hand halts. Now you can synchronize against a known accurate reference time, such as an online atomic clock. The best way to do this is to find your reference time, advance to the correct hour, stop the seconds hand at the index at 60, and then advance to the next nearest minute relative to your reference time. Wait for the reference time to catch up to the exact hour, minute, and second that you've set. Push the crown back in. Now the seconds hand continues at advance, and you have synchronized to your reference. Now you'll also note that 1 detent out from flush to the case, you find the quick set for the date. Now the quick set function for the date is actuated 1 detent out in the intermediate position by turning in a counterclockwise direction. Each half turn rotates through 1 day of the calendar. Now, it's important to note that this function should never be used during the hours of 8 p.m. to 2 a.m., as those are the hours during which the watch is engaged in the automatic turnover of the date as well as the moon phase. Therefore, take note of the time of day prior to correcting either the date or the moon phase. In fact, it is best to simply advance your watch, should it have stopped, through the turnover at midnight to 6 a.m., then use the quick set to set the date and the case side pusher adjuster to set the moon phase. Once set, return the crown for security as well as water resistance. Now it is important to recognize 3 principal hazard areas in the handling of your watch: water, magnetism, and shock. Water resistance is central to the integrity of your timepiece. This encompasses everything from resistance to humidity to protection against shallow submergence. Now, this timepiece is rated to 5 bar or 50 meters water resistance, but that does not mean that this is a submersible watch that should be taken down to 50 meters or even far below the surface. 50 meters is a static test depth, and you can help to avoid accidental drowning of your watch should it come in contact with water by, in advance, keeping the strap secure, because no matter the water resistance of a timepiece, leather, a natural porous material, is never water resistant and will degrade rapidly in the presence of moisture. Moreover, keep the crown flush to the case whenever the watch is submerged, or even if there is simply water on the case, as attempting to use the crown or the case flank pusher adjuster for the moon phase in any of their functions, winding or setting, can result in water bypassing the seals of the watch and entering the case, where invariably a greenhouse effect then takes over for catastrophic cosmetic and mechanical consequences. Finally, water resistance, unlike mechanical specification, is not a static feature of a watch, and over time, as seals age and lubricants degrade, a watch will become relatively less water resistant. Therefore, Glashutte recommends at least every 12 months having your watch water tested at an authorized service center, the better to understand whether your watch still retains factory-rated hermeticity and security against moisture. Now, magnets are ubiquitous in daily life. They're present in the closures of wallets, purses, refrigerator doors, high-powered wiring looms. You'll also find them in speakers, subwoofers, and, of course, professional magnetic resonance imaging equipment. Now, magnets alter the ferrous hairspring at the heartbeat of your watch. When the hairspring becomes magnetized due to exposure to a magnetic flux, the The watch will keep erratic time, either running very fast, very slow, or alternating between both. Should you suspect that your watch has become magnetized, take it to an authorized Glashutte Organal service center where specialized equipment is available to quickly and easily de-magnetize your watch. Shock and concussion, however, can cause more permanent damage to a fine mechanical movement. Glashutte Organal recommends that you discontinue use of your watch during activities such as riding of mountain bikes, ATVs, or snowmobiles, firearms marksmanship, batting, tennis, or golf, as all of these concussive activities can severely damage a mechanical movement up to and including the point of stoppage and damage. Finally, even a properly handled mechanical timepiece requires a comprehensive overhaul every 3 to 5 years. Now, this involves everything from replacement of a warm strap to cosmetic refinishing of specialized case finish to restoration of water resistance, as well as disassembly, cleaning, oiling, and adjustment of the movement. Now, this should be performed exclusively at a Glashutte Organal service center, as these agencies solely are authorized with the specialized tools, equipment, trained personnel, and original factory replacement parts to retain the value of your watch as both an investment and as an instrument. Moreover, only these agencies are authorized to back all parts and work invested with a Glashutte Organal original factory service warranty. Finally, visit our website at govbergwatches.com and call, text, or email our experts who will be happy to walk you through every phase of the ownership of this or any Glashutte Organal fine timepiece.